Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How are you all? I hope you all had a phenomenal weekend. I am almost here at my destination, just getting getting ready to get parked here. I hope y'all had a phenomenal weekend. Good morning, Burns. How are you? Welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you this morning. Um, my name is Ruth Finney, and this is You Can Talk. Good morning, Positive. How are you this morning? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome in. I'm excited you guys are here this morning. I wanted to go ahead and come on, even though I'm not quite parked yet. So just give me a minute. Um, anyway, this is You Can Talk, and this is a channel that is fully dedicated to helping you talk your way to healthy relationships. So if you are trying to improve your relationship with yourself, with God, with coworkers, family, friends, whatever it is, this is the place for you. And we want you to be a part of this community of talkers. All right. I hope that you're excited about this lesson this morning. I don't know how many of you have ever been in a situation where someone said something to you that made you question, like, what, like that kind of had you taken back by what they said. Maybe they said, you don't love me, or I can't tell that you love me, or you never show me love. And we're like, what, what are you talking about? Or, I don't know if you've ever been in that situation, whether it's somebody you live with, somebody that you're married to, or a family member, your children, whatever it is. Sometimes we can be taken back by those types of statements because we're like, because we think we're showing love all the time in all the ways that we know how to show love. But yet sometimes if they're not receiving it, then it's like they feel like we're not giving it. And so that's kind of what I want to talk about this morning. When people feel like they're not receiving the love, and how we can, little things that we can do, little reminders of things that we can do to actually show people that we love them and make them feel loved, make people feel loved. So that's kind of what I want to talk about this morning. I have 5 things that I want to share with you all because, once again, I've been in this situation before. And so I know that it happens. Good morning, Bio 11. How are you this morning? Good to see you. Good to see you. Forgive me for trying to get settled in here a little bit this morning, but I just want to talk with you all. So thank you for being patient with me. I'm finally here. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So one of the first things that we can do to make sure that we make people feel loved is to make sure that we're paying attention, because a lot of times people don't feel love because we're busy doing other things. Good morning, Wanston. How are you? Good morning. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're not giving people eye contact. We're not listening. And we're not eliminating the distractions that are around us every day. So whether that be other people, whether that be devices, whether that be, just our minds being preoccupied with things, we are not paying attention. And when we're not paying attention to people, people feel like we don't care about them, and we're not making them feel love. When we're not paying attention to the things that they're saying, sometimes we're looking at them and we're hearing them, but we're not really listening to them, right? For whatever reasons, either intentional or unintentional. Either way, we're not paying attention. And so a huge part of making people feel love is paying attention. If sometimes when I know that I'm preoccupied with something, and someone is coming to me with something that I can tell they really want me to hear or listen to, and maybe I have something else going on in my mind or whatever, I will stop people. I will stop and say, you know what? I know that this sounds like it's going to be an important conversation and something that I need to listen to. And I have, other things going on. I have something else going on right now. And I want to be able to give you my full undivided attention. So can we get back to this conversation in whatever time frame that I have, right? So that's just something that you can do. So that is another way to let people know that we care, there without necessarily always having to stop everything that we're doing just to listen to them or to pay attention to them when we really may not have the time, or really may not be we really may not be in a good headspace. And so that's just something we can do. And that's another way to show that, hey, I love you enough to pay attention to I love you enough to pay attention and to want to pay attention. And so let's not have this conversation right now, but I will give you a time when we can have that conversation. So that's just something that we can do to make sure that we are giving people our undivided attention. Another huge way to make people feel love is acknowledgement. We have to become observers. And if you're not a very observant person, like if a lot of things fly by you or past you, that's something that can quickly make people feel unloved. We have to acknowledge people's efforts, the efforts that people are making in everything that they do. Let's see. Right. Okay. Positive says, right. We make time for what is important to us. Absolutely. We make time for what's important to us. When we are being, the thing with acknowledgement in a relationship is acknowledging any areas of effort and any areas of change that the person is making. So if they are making an effort to, be better, an effort to dress better, an effort to even just get your attention, if they're making effort to, take some different actions and some things that they're trying to do, and especially things that they may be doing for you or for somebody that you love or care about. We have to acknowledge those things. And another huge thing is we have to acknowledge what people are saying and acknowledge how people are feeling, whether we agree with how they're feeling or not. These are all things that make people feel loved. A lot of times we think that we have to agree with people in order to acknowledge them and make them feel love. And that's just not the truth. Good morning, Harrison. How are you? Good to see you this morning. Welcome, welcome. We're talking about how to make people feel wanted for those of you all who are just coming in. Acknowledgement is huge. So be observant. Even if we don't agree with them, if we don't even like what they're saying, acknowledge their feelings and acknowledge the experiences that they say that they are having. So if they say, well, I feel this and I'm experiencing this, and we're like, what, why are you feeling that way, baby? Because that's not our experience, or that's not how we're feeling. So we tend to want to dismiss what they're saying and what they're feeling, just because we don't agree with it. And if we want to make people feel loved, we have to acknowledge what they're saying, and we have to acknowledge what they're feeling and the experiences that that they say they're having. So and that's just a huge way, just acknowledging something. And you can say, well, I'm not feeling that way, and maybe I don't understand fully why you're feeling that way, but I accept that that's how you feel. I accept it. Just something as simple as that. Just a simple statement is that I accept that you feel that way. I accept that you're upset. I accept that you're feeling ignored or unattended to, or whatever the situation is, whatever it is that they say that they're feeling, left out, whatever. Just acknowledgement. So the first one is pay attention, right? And then the second one is acknowledgement. Be observant, acknowledge what they're saying, feeling, doing, all those things. The third thing I want to share with you all is to show appreciation. A huge reason why why we struggle in our relationships is because we don't show appreciation. Winston says relationships also, be careful what you say to people. Make sure and ask God to speak. And that is so true, Winston. Yes. What you say to people, what we say, how we say things. That's just right. It goes back to that whole thing, right? That people will forget the things you say, they forget the things that you do, but they'll never forget how you make them feel. And how we say things is a huge part of how we're making people feel. So you're so right about that, Winston. Good morning, Minister Terrence. How are you? Good to see you. I love you too. Love you too. I appreciate you being here this morning. Um, So, yes, we want to make sure that we are acknowledging people, and also we want to make sure that we're showing appreciation. When we have been in relationships or marriages for more than a minute, we very quickly get comfortable in forgetting the things, the little things that people do to go out of their way to make us feel loved, to take care of us, to make sure that we're provided for, or feeling loved, or feeling like we're a part of a team, whatever it is. um, we quickly forget to show appreciation, and the appreciation turns into expectation, which is even worse, right? Now it comes from us no longer even acknowledging what they're paying attention to, what they're doing, no longer acknowledging what they're doing. But now we've just come to a place where we're just expecting them to do, right? And then go so far as to even get upset when they don't do, right? So these are the things that we tend to do rather than showing appreciation. Whether you've been in a relationship for, a month, whether you've been in it for a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, we forget that being in a relationship, being in a marriage is a choice. People don't have to be there. Every day we can wake up and decide, I don't want to do this anymore. You know what? I think I've had enough of this. I'm good, right? So it's a choice that we make to continue to be in it, to continue to stay in it, to continue to work at it, to continue to put up with it sometimes even. So it's a choice. And so therefore we have to appreciate the fact that every morning our spouses, or the people that we're in relationship with, continue to choose us. They continue to say, yes, I still want to be in relationship with you. And that's a huge thing that we need to show appreciation for. So we need to remember to say thank you. We need to remember to say thank you. We need to remember to say, hey, I see you over there doing this, or I see you doing that, right? And then another thing we can do, and another way to show appreciation is to ask their opinions about things, ask their thoughts about things, even if you know what they're going to say, right? Sometimes we know what they're going to say. We know what their mindset is. We know what they're going to do, whatever. It doesn't matter. When we want to show people, when we want to continue to make people feel wanted, whether we're a few years into the relationship or years into the relationship, continue to ask their opinions, ask their thoughts about a thing. And then even go so far as to ask their suggestion. Just say, I may not take what you say, and go ahead. I mean, and we just because they give a suggestion doesn't mean we have to take the suggestion. But sometimes just asking their suggestion is just a way to make people feel wanted, and still feel needed in the relationship. When we just go about our day and never consult with our partners about anything, then they begin to feel like, what am I here for? Right? What am I here for? I thought we were a team. I thought we were together. Do I have a say in this matter? Do you even care about what I think? Right? These are the things that we think when that happen, that get mentioned when we're fighting and fussing in relationships. So ask their suggestion about a thing. Just say, hey, I haven't made a decision yet, right? Maybe you haven't made a decision yet, or maybe you're thinking about some different things that you can do about a particular situation, and I need some suggestions. What do you suggest I do about this or that? Or what do you think about this? Well, tell me your opinion on that. Tell me your thoughts about this. It may be what you already thought they were going to say, but just the fact that you asked lets them know that you care, and it makes them still feel wanted. And that's what's important. That's what's important, is how we continue to make people feel if we want to have healthy relationships. The fourth one is showing love. We have to show love in our relationships. But here's the thing: if we're going to show love, we have to show love in the way that they like to receive it. We can't just show love the way we can't just show love in a way that we like it, or the way that we feel like showing it, right? If I don't feel like hugging you, if I don't feel like kissing you, if I don't feel like, going to bed with you, if I don't feel like going here with you or whatever, that's not how we show love. We show love by doing those things sometimes that we don't always like and want to do. So therefore, that means we may have to go some places that we don't want to go. We may have to do some things that we don't necessarily want to do. We may have to talk about some subject matters that we could care less about. out. We may have to, watch some things that we hate that we don't even like watching. But these are all the things that we do. These are different ways that we can show love without it always necessarily just being affection, through affection. But then also don't leave out the affection. Affection is key. It's key to showing love, right? Yes, there are multiple ways that we can show love, but there's no more immediate and more gratifying way than to for us to show physical affection, hugging, kissing, snuggling up to your mate, and all these different things. These are the ways that we can show love, giving those love taps and forehead kisses, whatever it is that you like to do, or whatever it is that they like. Whether they like receiving things, whatever. And of course, there's that book about the five love languages. So if you are unfamiliar with some different ways that you can show love, then get that book and learn some different ways. Learn your partner, learn who you with, learn what they like, and God forbid, ask them, how do you like to receive love? What are some of the what are some of your favorite things that I do that make you feel loved, right? What have I done in the past couple months that has made you feel the most loved? And ask them. And then that gives you a sign. They'll tell you what they like and what they don't like, and what they loved and what they didn't love. And then you can go from there. So these are huge things that you can do to show love. And then the last one that I want you all to do, that I want to give you is get a little jealous. Get a little jealous. If you want people to know that they are loved, and you really want someone to make people, if you really want to make your partner feel wanted, get a little jealous with things. It's okay to get a little jealous. If they're not paying attention to you, or they're not, you know, if they're not getting any attention, or you're not noticing them, or all these different things, start paying attention and start noticing when other people are noticing them, right? That's another way. These are just some different little areas that you can get jealous with. Like, I saw that person looking at you, or and not jealous in a obsessive controlling kind of way, right? Let me be clear with that. But just jealous, like, hey, I see this person paying attention to the person that I'm with, and I notice it. Just the fact that you see it and that you notice it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be, controlling and, crazy about it, right? That's not the kind of jealousy that I'm talking about. Good morning, Cullen. How are you? Good to see you. Good morning. Um, so yeah, get a little jealous and pay attention to these little things. Or, oh, I see you, change something about yourself, or who are, is that for me, or is that for somebody else, right? And just ask, and like the little things like that just lets people know that you care, that you're paying attention, that you still know that hey, you're mine. We're together. We're still a team, right? If you're not getting enough time, yeah, a little jealous. Yes, not a lot jealous. Sometimes people do not like you for small things, even right here on YouTube. That's so true. Yeah, little people will um you know get upset about all kinds of stuff on YouTube. I don't stress out about how people are, treat how you're treated on YouTube, because we have the power to block people, number one. So if people are getting crazy, then you can always block somebody. But I always feel like, if there's something that I'm doing that you don't like, the phenomenal thing about this country and the phenomenal thing about YouTube is that you can get on here and do what you like to do and put out the type of content that you like to see. So rather than getting mad and fussing about what other people are doing on their YouTube channels, turn off or create your own. So I don't stress out about that. But yes, you're right, Winston. Sometimes people don't like you for the small things that you do on YouTube, but that doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect me as much as it maybe could. But also because I have a for sure an assurance of myself and what I'm doing and my purpose, until I don't stress out about that type of stuff. So good morning. Thanks. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. So act a little jealous. Like I say, act a little jealous. When the relationship is being put on the back burner, or if you feel like you're being put on the back burner, like you're not a priority in your spouse's life, then or the person you're in relationship with, get a little jealous. Just say, hey, when can I get on the schedule, right? When can I when do I need to make an appointment to spend time with you, right? These are little ways that we can show that, hey, I'm getting a little jealous, or I want to spend some more time with you. I want to be with you. So that they know that they are still wanted, they're still appreciated. Do I need to, little things that you can do to make the person feel wanted. So pay attention to them. Uh, Pay attention to eliminate the distractions when you're with them. Wherever you are, I always say, be where you are. When I'm here with you all, I'm paying attention to you all, right? When I'm at work, I'm paying attention to what's going on at work. When I'm at home, I'm paying attention to that. So be where you are. And that's a huge part of making people feel wanted and appreciated and loved. Acknowledge things, acknowledge what they're doing, acknowledge what they're feeling, and acknowledge their experiences. Show appreciation. Don't forget to say thank you every once in a while. Just wake up and say thank you for still choosing me. Thank you for still being here. Thank you for loving on me. Thank you for putting me first in your life. Thank you for making me a priority in your life. Thank you for the things that you do to keep this household going. Thank you for the things that you do to keep this relationship strong. Thank you for all the things that we can show thanks for. And if you don't know, sit down and make a list and start, and bring that stuff to mind, like, oh, they do this, or oh, this person does that, oh, they also do this, and let me not forget about that. And that'll start bringing to your thoughts some things that to be thankful for. Yes, be where you are. Show some love. Like I say, show love. Don't forget to show love. I don't care if you've been married for 50 years. Don't forget to show love, and act a little jealous. Act a little jealous when you need to. Okay, so that's just what I wanted to leave with you all this morning. I hope that that'll just kind of get you back on track with some things that we need to do to make sure that the people in our lives are feeling loved and feeling wanted, because that is what's going to help keep and make our relationship strong. All right. I'm going to head out because it's going to be a busy day. I hope you'll have a phenomenal Monday. I'm off to work. I'll be back here Wednesday and Friday. I'm here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, unless something crazy happens, which like last Friday, something crazy happened. So I didn't get to come on, but I appreciate you all. Yes, positive. Thank you. If you are not a part of the Talk family, please consider subscribing so that you don't miss an upload or a live stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you all. I'm trying to pay attention to the things that you say you need, and continue to show you all love. So thank you for being here. Thank you for all that you all do in helping this channel to grow. Some of you have been with me since the very beginning, and I truly appreciate that as I continue on this journey, which I still am loving, still get excited about. So thank you. And I'm going to head out, and I'll see y'all back here. Y'all have a phenomenal day. Love each and every one of you. Bye-bye.